Hello everyone, my name is Jenna, but you guys can call me Jen. Welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. Hi, hello, welcome to the start of the 2024 vlogs. Hello, welcome to the very first weekend vlog of 2024. Can you believe we're here? Cause I can. I'm here in my PJ shirt. This is how we keep it real. We keep it real on my channel. Hello. I mainly wanted to start this, even though it's like 2:30 a.m. because my hair looks so good today and I haven't gone anywhere. I work from home, so like no one even from my office saw it today. So like you guys are gonna be the ones who are gonna see this masterpiece. And don't worry, I did take advantage of this and I took some photos for Instagram, which I never ever do. I really need to get back on my Instagram game. It has been a very lovely Friday evening, or night, I guess. I ended up today getting in conversations with my friends who I believe my friend Yeleni started watching Doctor Who on Amazon Prime, so starting at the 9th Doctor, and we got talking about it, all of us in the group chat, and my friend Eshte has watched many Doctor Who episodes and all that kind of stuff, and so I think even my friend Sophie has watched, and we all know the lore, sort of, not really, but it's Doctor Who, like, you know Doctor Who, no matter what. And I was like, you know what? I kind of want to get in on the lore too. Why don't I start watching Doctor Who today? And so I decided to pull up Amazon Prime and I have now watched 10 episodes. That's what I was doing tonight. Instead of reading, instead of writing, instead of doing anything else, I was watching Doctor Who. I fucking love it. So the 9th Doctor is pretty great. I almost want to find previous seasons so that I can get a taste for like the 8th and the 7th Doctor as well, just to kind of see. Anyways, so that's what I was doing this evening. And I decided this evening that I was going to start my scrapbooking journey. So you guys know I have now done a bullet journal for myself and I've started a reading journal as well. And I was like, what if? Because like my mom used to be really into scrapbooking, and previously her and my dad have like a ton of photo albums and stuff from like years and years and years of them growing up and like going on trips together and all that kind of stuff. And I was like, I loved going through photo albums when I was a kid. Today, everything is so digital. So like my kids in the future, what are they gonna go through, you know? So I was like, what if I just started scrapbooking? Put together fun little spreads and stuff, photos. And then I remembered that I had this old Archer and Olive sketchbook because I ordered it wrong. It was supposed to be the dot grid, and this was supposed to be my bullet journal. And this is just the blank journal. So I've just kept it for years, not knowing what to do with it because it's not really the right paper feel for like a sketchbook. So I didn't know. So today I was like, we're finally gonna christen her. We're gonna christen her with her first spread and we're gonna start my scrapbooking journey. So whilst I was watching Doctor Who, I went through my entire phone and pulled photos that I really, really like from friends get-togethers mainly, and I think that's gonna be kind of where I start. And I had like 113 photos or something ridiculous like that, and I put them all into a Canva file, and I spent so long like resizing the photos and like trying to figure out what size would be the best photo, because I know this is going to be a lot smaller than like an actual scrapbook would be where you get like a 4x6. So I was like, how can I do it where like it's not just photo taking up the page and I can like have it like featured and do something fun and scrapbooky with it, etc, etc. So I have a bunch of different size. Oh, hello. I have a bunch of different sized photos on this Canva file. I'm very excited because I have sent it off to Staples now, and I like had like 11 pages originally, and then I just kind of rejigged everything and made it like 9. So it was like 10 bucks, which is fine to get like the nice like photo printer paper done. Much better choice than stealing my dad's printer. Much better choice. Yes, so after doing that, I decided to give her the first spread. So in case you're interested, that's her. This is the spread, and I'm thinking a photo's gonna go there. Once I have them in, I'll pick the right one. Yeah, this was a journey. I have been watching so much of, oh my god, I think it's KTS Canvases. She's the one who does the like junk journal, let's pick a sticker and do this, and she just chats with you, and she has like, you hold the sticker on top of the camera kind of a thing. I have been watching so many of her videos, and then I realized that she also has a YouTube, so I've been watching her on YouTube all day today, and that's what gave me the inspiration for this, because she started doing little scrapbook things, and she mentioned like how her mom did scrapbooking, and it's all photos of her mom and dad and their friends, and like she's like, I have only photos of me and my cats, and I'm like, what a mood. And I was like, what if I do that? So we've started a new project, and I think this is going to be great because it's just a continuous project, and I will like write little things on each spread and like explain what they are, date them, that kind of a thing. I did get a lot of photos from like really recently, and then fewer photos further back. So like I can do now like spreads for like Christmas and New Year's and my friends' birthdays and stuff. So I'm gonna do like groupings of like holidays and things, and then like for the older photos I'm gonna do like funky spreads. I have that in my head, I don't know. And then I also got the idea of like getting photos of my friends with animals for a fun like animal spread, because I have so many photos of people with their own pets and my dog and all that kind of stuff. Anyways, that's what I did this evening. Didn't read a damn thing today. But speaking of reading, because that's what you're here for, this weekend I'm going to be working through The Will of the Many by James Islington, because I'm still making my way through this. I am halfway through and I am really enjoying this. This is not the first book that I'm reading in 2024 though, because I have already finished 2 books in 2024. The first one was such a fail flop. Really didn't enjoy it at all. Should have been a DNF. Didn't, because I didn't want my first book of the year to be a DNF. But we started off with a 2.5 stars, so like I don't know what's better, a DNF or a 2.5 star. Who's to say? And then I read the 4th Murderbot book, which I wasn't planning on doing. I was planning on just like diving into this. And then I also started listening to a nonfiction at work, which like who am I? I don't know if I have like 45 minutes of that nonfiction left, so maybe I'll finish it while I'm walking around the grocery store tomorrow, but who's to say? But yeah, this is going to be the focus, and if I finish this, I will be diving into The Surviving Sky by Kritika Rao. I think that's what's going to be next. It's going to be that, and then it's going to be The Mask of Mirrors by M.A. Carrick. And I'm so excited to start that trilogy. I have a few things on the go in my brain before I can get to starting series number 6, which is Foundry Side. So excited about that. But very fun, exciting news. Tomorrow I'm going to the bookstore with my friend Sophia. I'm doing a like buy books with me video, or a buy with me video. So I need to remember to actually start that tomorrow, because part of it is going to go to the bookstore and then part of it is going to be buying stuff online, which I've already prepared for because I have my cart full. But I'm doing it in a way of like, I have a bunch of gift cards and I have some points stocked up on Indigo, and I explained this in a couple videos before, but what I'm going to do with my online purchase is I'm going to drain all of my points stocked up, because if you're like a member or whatever, and the points you get, you stock them up and eventually you can use them for like buying books. I have about $50 worth of points sitting there. And then I also have a $50 gift card from Christmas. So I'm gonna do like $100 purchase around there and drain my Indigo account and then shut my relationship down with Indigo. Very fun. But yeah, that's what's gonna happen tomorrow. And then other than that, absolutely nothing. Nothing's happening on Sunday. So it's gonna be a reading central weekend. So we're reading The Will of the Many this weekend and potentially something else, but hopefully this goes really well. It's going really well so far. I will explain more of my thoughts at a later time. But yes, also this, but I won't be scrapbooking this weekend because I don't have the photos. And knowing Staples, I won't have the photos for a while, but they're on their way. So they're in the Staples system, so hopefully in the next week I get an email saying that they're ready. But I'm very excited about this project. I've been meaning to use this book for so long, and I finally have a really good reason to. It's gonna be like a fun kind of junk journal-y scrapbook memory book, and I'm very excited about that because that's just gonna be so fun to flip through and look back through. Anyways, it's the weekend. Welcome to the vlog. I hope you're ready. I know I am. And I also know that I gotta go to bed because I'm going to the bookstore tomorrow and I'm having coffee with my friend. What a way to start the new year. Good night, friends. We're back here. Happy Saturday, technically Sunday. I have had a great day. Truly a great day. I'm so tired. So I'm gonna crawl into bed and like actually go to sleep. But I wanted to say hey and let you guys know how the day's been. It was so lovely. You guys are gonna get to see the whole thing on Friday because I vlogged it. It was so great. I bought way too many books, of course, but that's because, you know, I had 3 gift cards and then I let myself buy more than that, like go on top of the gift cards, etc., etc. But yeah, it was so lovely. We spent like 5 hours together. Genuinely a great day. And I think, hold on, just need to adjust the side of my blankets for a second. Realize they're hanging off. And then after the bookstore, we went to the thrift store, which was so fun. I got a couple National Geographic mags and some bowls and a frame. Let me show you while I'm over here. Why not? I'm gonna keep the stack of what I bought today a secret for that video, so you'll have to wait for the haul. But I got this really beautiful frame that I'm hoping I can add into my gallery wall. I think it's like a 2-photo thing. It's got the line in the middle, but I think I can put like 1 photo all the way through and just have it like be kind of a fun separator. So there's that. Who knows? And then I got some fun bowls that are currently just having been done in the dishwasher. They're very cute. I am enamored with them. They're fun little designs and they're like the perfect depth for like cereal or soup or something. And you guys, if you guys know me, I'm a mug girly, so I eat and drink everything out of mugs. So for me to get a bowl that I quite like, we love it. But yeah, I got those 4. How cute. Got those 4 today. Very, very love. I'm just gonna leave the rest of the dishes there because who cares. I also got 3 different National Geographic books for journaling with, and I'm so excited. I have Science of the Supernatural, Dare to Discover the Truth, which I feel like is going to be great to journal with just because of the content, and like some of the photos will be great for some books, you know, very on theme. It seemed apt. And then there's just this regular history one, which looked beautiful on the inside. And National Geographic always has absolutely gorgeous photos, so it'll be fan-friggin-tastic to journal with. And then last, we got the Vikings, Lords of Sea and Sword. What is that on my counter? Ignore that. I don't know what that was. I'm very excited about this one because, again, it's very on brand with the books that I read. And, like, the journaling will be so fun for, like, backgrounds and stuff. Not like I'm planning on doing anything super intense, but, like, if I need a sword, we got swords. So, very on brand for the fantasy in me. The fantasy reader, if you will. But I'm very excited about that. Very excited to have that. And also with my now turned scrapbooking journal, I think it'll be great. Speaking of, today I also got that little stamp set I showed you in the B-roll, which I'm very excited about. And now I have these 3 journals that I'm working out of. So for those of you who subscribed for the book journal content, this is where you're gonna get it. But I finally finished the 2024 page. Amazing. Also, I got some paint pens. They're not necessarily paint pens, marker pens. These Ohuhu metallic pens. And I gave them a little testy test. I think I tested it in the back of this one. Yeah. I gave them a test to see like how metallic they would be. And the only one that actually is kind of metallic is the purple. But like, they're kind of fun and they do the job. So I got them basically to add in here when I reread something. I'm gonna like draw, oh, they're a little metallic, so do like gold over it. And then I decided to demark the library books by a little bit of silver on the bottom, and then audiobooks by a little bit of the pink one. So that's the aim and the goal with that. But yeah, so I have the stamp set, which we love, and I added that in there. And then again on the January page, yeah, January for the TBR and the month name as well. And I wanted to actually show you the actual reading pages that I'm doing. So this is kind of a sneak peek of what I thought of the 2 first books that I read this year. So we have Shanghai Immortal and Exit Strategy. This is the first book of the year, and it was such a
fail with that 2.5 star. And then all my thoughts. Then exit strategy, which is the first murder bot. This is the only amount of like journaly scrapbooking bits I could do in here was adding the washi tape because I just had so many thoughts for both. So we're gonna find out what we end up doing, but this is something I've saved for the Will of the Many because I feel like it's very on brand for the Will of the Many and it'll be a fun spread. But yeah, we're gonna see what kind of scrapbooking journey I go on this year, whether it ends up being just very simple book pages like this or if I go a little bit more in depth, just to say. But yeah, woo, don't fall. Yeah, so I got that stamp set in. I've noticed that the stamps dry a lot easier on certain papers and not at all on others, which has been interesting. Like, I let this dry for a long time and I went to touch it and it smeared and it doubled over a little bit, but I don't mind. I did it again in here on some of the paper. It just doesn't dry. I added it here for memories and then scrapbook, and the scrapbook just never dried because it was on this like slightly less paper. So I just had to like take my thumb and run over it, and you can kind of see the catastrophe that I've tried to clean off multiple times today. But anyways, I'm very happy with this. Now you can get an actual like up close look of the scrapbook memory journal thing that I'm doing. Anyways, very fun. This is also a good look at my personal journal, which I didn't do in my book journal video because why not? I have the cover, of course, goals page. I don't know what I'm gonna do here. It's pretty though. Maybe like a rumination or something, who knows. Future log, which is a Dutch door, which is really hard to see sometimes. And I forget that it's a thing, but we got the Dutch door. And then we got the YouTube schedule. Ooh, sneak peek at videos. Oh no. Content ideas, more sneak peek at videos. And then we have things to check out, which I already have a podcast written down. Definitely check out this podcast, my friends. It's called Read Me to Filth, a bookish podcast. It is run by a creator that I follow on TikTok named Sarah, which we love. And then the pixel pages, which I love that it went from average to amazing, because I saw my friend today and it was so nice. But all week it's just been average. And then the anxiety's been low or nothing, which iconic. We love to see it. And then of course writing. We haven't done any writing. I should fill this one in as well, but no writing done in a little bit, just a little brainstorming, but that's okay. We'll get back to it. And I added the 2024 to this page finally. Highlights of 2024. It's a little off center, which is bothering me a little bit, but I have to remind myself that these stamps, they just mess you up sometimes, and that's okay. But yeah, it allows for some freedom and some fun stuff, and then we have, of course, the actual planner, but that's what that one is. And then of course this is the reading journal. But yeah, what a beautiful stack of journals. So this is from Peter Popper Press, this is from Lloydstrom, and this is from Archer and Olive. That's the journal update. Love that. All the journals are being journaled. Excited for the colors to come, or the photos to come in, so I can start scrapbooking properly for my actual scrapbook of memories. I can lay out all the things. But I also did want to pop in and let you know some reading updates, because that is what these are. These are reading vlogs. Did you know? It's not just me talking to a camera forever. They're actual reading vlogs. So I've been reading The Will of the Many, which was a very good choice on my part to pick up again today, because there wasn't really anything like, I didn't want to jump immediately back into Doctor Who, because I knew if I did that, then my entire evening would be a write-off. And I did want to get something done, whether that be writing or reading. So I decided to do reading stuff, and I ended up picking back up The Will of the Many, and I'm now 70% of the way through. I've just started part 3. I'm on page 439. Yes. Chapter LII, which I cannot remember what the Roman numeral is for that, but that's okay. I'm really enjoying it though. The Will of Many is genuinely so good, and it's the kind of series that I wish more books were out in before I started it, because I want to just keep living in this world, because I can feel like there's so much going on, and yet we're getting so little of it because we're focusing so fully on Vis at school, and Vis is trying his hardest to just get up in the ranks for this world.
Do I understand this world well? No, not at all. I'm actually struggling to kind of comprehend a lot of it, but I'm still enjoying the hell out of it. And so that's why I'm saying, like, I want more of the books, because I feel like if I can just keep going, I will just eventually assimilate the information into my brain and I'll understand it at some point. Mainly like the magic and the world itself, because I'm not familiar with whatever this is based on. I'm guessing something Roman and Greekish because of the cover and all of the names and the fact that it's using like Princeps and Dimidus and Tertius and Quartus and Quintus and Sextus and Septimus and stuff like that. I'm just like, okay, so this is definitely based in like Roman stuff, but I don't know enough about that to really like wrap my head around a lot of things. Anyways, I'm still really enjoying myself. I am really enjoying the audiobook as well. It kind of like switched between having this physically in my hands and then doing some like touch-up journaling, just fiddling with stuff, just continuing to listen to the book, and I'm really, really enjoying this. It's giving me everything I love about a school narrative wrapped in something that feels like Red Rising, and I can only really think of Red Rising right now, and I think it's just because of the way that like the terms are similar in both, because Red Rising is heavily influenced by different mythologies and histories, and this is very Roman, obviously. It's giving me that, but it's like completely different from that as well. It's just school narratives. It's giving a little bit of Harry Potter, just because that's like what I associate school narratives with. And it's giving, I don't know, it's giving such good, intricate looks at the slow churning unraveling of what's happening, I guess is the way I can say it. I am really enjoying it. So this is about Vis, who is an orphan and is hiding who he really is and what family he comes from. He's found by this high up official man who's like on the Senate and adopted by him. Once that man like notices some stuff about Vis, his like will to persevere and not step down to the use of will, capital W, in this world, which is something that's what's really confusing me, is the capital will in this. And I think it's mainly because Vis has never undergone this practice. I don't know, but like it's this, from my understanding, will is something that you can give up to something, and if you are of a higher ranking official, you have a number of people below you giving you this will, thus making you more capable, more powerful, stronger in this use of will. And the people who have a lot of will can manipulate things. And it's very like telekinetic will manipulation from what I can see. But then there's a lot of stuff that's happening in a few specific instances that have been like, even this is like, that shouldn't be possible with the use of will. Like, these people are doing things that shouldn't be capable of with just using will, so something else is going on. And I'm fascinated. I am fascinated by this book. It is so good. And so Vis goes to school at the behest of his now adopted father to essentially spy on things for him. He wants Vis to get up through the ranks, so he starts in class 7 and he has to thus like make his way up, and they hope he's going to be in class 3 by the end of the year. And so his whole thing is that he's trying to get through the classes really quickly. He's extremely learned, he's extremely capable from his previous life, and also because his adopted father like takes him in and does like a month worth of training or whatever with a really intense tutor essentially for Vis. And it's this wonderful montage of him like being really capable and learning new things and realizing that he thought he was so capable before, but he's capable of so much more, and all this kind of stuff. Then he goes to school and he has to like infiltrate these classrooms and also like do extremely well, and also like kind of barter to these preceptors who are the like masters of each level, a sort of thing, like the teachers. And he has to like basically convince them to let him be the one that moves up a level, because he's also like competing against every other student in the class. It's really interesting because like up until this point he's been having a very easy time of it because all the other kids just aren't as capable as him in the lower levels. Like, he's extremely well learned and he's extremely smart, and he can use his brain for a lot of stuff, like not just learning the information and memorizing it, but like knowing it and adapting it and being able to answer questions properly. It's giving the Poppy War. That's the other one that I was going to try and and compare it to with the school, in the school world. It's giving a little bit of the Poppy War as well, with the intense competitiveness there. So he's doing that. He's like rising through the ranks. And there's also just like little intricacies of him having to learn all these different things at the school and like training with specific things, and there's a labyrinth that he has to know how to get through with help with his classmates, and he makes friends with two of like the underdogs, because of course he does. Calidus is just a wonderful sweetheart sweetie who's also hiding something, and I don't know what Calidus is hiding, but I love him to pieces, and I really hope it's not going to just wrench me apart, whatever he's hiding. And then I don't know how to pronounce his name, even though I've heard it so many times. Eidhin. And I think it's just Aiden, but I could be wrong. I've heard it so many times on the audiobook, and I just don't like compute the spelling of how it's said. Anyways, Aiden is a student from elsewhere. He's like kind of what like an exchange student would be, almost like somewhere from elsewhere, and he isn't very good at speaking common. And that's what's keeping him back, and all of the prejudices and stuff are keeping him held back in the sixth level. But Vis like befriends him and starts tutoring him in English, and I think that's just the sweetest thing. And then there's some other people and other characters kind of floating around who are very interesting, but like it's all the politics of like within the school, but then also just like the specific like Vis stuff going on. And then the fact of like Vis's mission and like what he's trying to figure out and like and get information on, and like the things he's finding out at school. And then also like the politics around him in the school and then outside the school. There's so much happening, and I don't know what's happening. I'm confused. But in the best way. Like, this is not like Gideon level confusion. This is just like there's so much happening and I want to know everything confusion. And I don't think we're gonna get that in the next chunk of this book. And I've heard that the ending of this is like jaw-dropping. So I am both extremely excited and also very concerned, because I don't know when we're getting the second one. It's forecasted for this year. Do we actually know if we're getting it this year? I don't know. But yeah, I'm really, really enjoying this. I'm thriving, and everyone's love of this book last year was so granted. I'm thriving. It's genuinely so well written and so well crafted, and I'm so excited to see where this story goes and what it is in its totality. I think that's what really gets me is the fact that if the entire series was available to me right now to read, I would be reading the entire series back to back to back. And I, as you guys well know, I have so many issues finishing series. So that's an interesting feeling to have going into this one. And this one being the only one out in the world, because I just want to consume all of the things in this world. I just want to know this story in its totality because it seems so cool. So anyways, that's the reading update. I'm thriving. We'll probably finish this tomorrow and then start something else. Besides that though, I should go to bed. I am sleepy. I have a little bit of a headache brewing on the side of my head, so sleep is best. I'm gonna have some water, and I will catch you guys tomorrow for Sunday. But yeah, that's the reading update. What a day. What? Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. Oh, whoa. Hi. Well, come here, you weirdo. Come here. Hey, come here. Yes. Good girl. Yes. Hello. What's in the bag? What's in the bag? What's in the bag? She says, oh my gosh, it's another bag. What are you doing? What are you doing? You silly goon? What's in there? What's in there? What are you so interested in? Hello friends, happy Sunday. I am here. Just got back home from mom and dad's, and my book outlet order was waiting for me. So now I have 6 more books to add to my shelves. What a book hauling weekend. I'm so pleased. And it was 5 hardcovers plus a paperback for like 55 bucks. Iconic, amazing. I'm so in love. We got The Vanished Birds by Simon Jimenez. We've got White Horse by Erica T. Worth. We've got The Regrets by Amy Bonifons. We have Madly Deeply, The Diaries of Alan Rickman. Oh my god, there's a foreword by Emma Thompson.
Oh, I'm gonna cry. I'm gonna cry reading that. Build Your House Around My Body, which I am in love with this patchwork braid cover. It's just so pretty. And then we have The Shadow Cabinet by Juno Dawson, book 2 in her trilogy, which in the Her Majesty's Royal Coven trilogy, which I'm excited to get to. Anyways, today has been good. I've done a lot of reading. I actually am only like 30 minutes away from finishing The Will of the Many right now. And I had to battle with myself to end my reading journey or my reading session earlier and then go to mom and dad's for dinner before the sun went down. So it was like, do I finish now or do I give it another, do I wait for the whole half hour to finish this and then drive in the dark? So I gave it a little bit so that I could like finish it at home and like really feel it, because this last chunk is gonna tear. I don't know what's gonna happen, but people keep saying that the ending is whack, so I'm ready to be surprised. Anyways, I'm so excited for all these books. Oh my gosh. But yeah, I've been reading The Will of the Many all day today, and this book is so fucking good. I am thriving. James Islington. I was today on my way to mom and dad's, I was just thinking about this book, and it's so good. It's so good. It's like the perfect, I don't even, I couldn't even figure out something that's wrong with it, because that's what I usually do, which is so dumb. I try to figure out something that's wrong with the book that I'm reading, so I have an excuse not to give it 5 stars, but I can't figure out anything that's wrong with this book. So we'll see how the ending goes, but right now it's sitting at a 4.5, 5 star. I'm so excited for this last 30 minutes. But yeah, got on the book haul. Very excited about that. I have to make room on my shelves. Anyways, I am going to finish this right now. Right fucking now. I'm gonna get my earphone, I'm gonna put it in. We're gonna listen to the last 30 minutes of this audiobook. It's gonna be amazing. It's gonna be iconic. Let's do this. What the fuck is that ending? What? I'm so confused. The last 2 chapters have me fucking so confused. And the previous 2 chapters had me crying so hard. I need to reread this book. And I need book 2. What the fuck? What the fuck? What the fuck? What the fuck? What happened? Oh, my glasses are all weird. Ah! Oh my god. I don't understand what's going on. Oh, and it's bothering me, but I love it, and I need book 2, and this was so fucking good, and I need to reread this book so that I can understand it more. So much is happening, and I had to reread the last 2 chapters to try and figure out what's happening. I'm like, is this dreaming? What the fuck is going on? If any of you have read this, please reach out to me on Instagram so we can rant about it together, okay? Because I don't have my DMs open on TikTok, but I do have them open on Instagram, so please reach out to me so we can talk about the theories, because I need to talk about this with somebody. What the fuck? I'm so confused. I don't understand what's happening. The ending, I just put a bunch of question marks. What the fuck is happening? What's happening is the genuine question of the hour. I don't know what's happening. James Islington. I need the next book. If you like school books, if you like intense politics, if you like a really great look at multiple layers of different kinds of politics, like the internal relationship politics and the actual world politics and all this kind of stuff. If you like a person who is not who they say they are, and you know this from word go, and they're just trying to protect who they are the entire time, whilst also being tasked to do a really deadly job and figure out shit and try decode shit for some reason, pick this up. And if you love just incredible storytelling and a really intricate world building, pick this up. I am going to be thinking about this book for so long. Is book 2 coming out this year? It better fucking come out this year, because I need it. 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 Oh my god. I burst into tears at one part, and I haven't done that in so long. Just fucking lost my shit. Fully sobbing. Lost my shit.
Wow, what a time to be alive. James Islington. Is this gonna convince me to read his other books? Maybe. Holy shit. This was so fucking good. I'm gonna have to sit on it for a little bit before I rate it, but like, best book I've read so far this year. Which is not hard because I've only read 2 others, but like, still. Holy shit. I need to reread this so that I can like wrap my little pea brain around this a little better because there's so much going on. Oh my god. Hello friends. Happy Monday. I am here. Just waiting a few minutes before going into work. I'm in a good mood and like ready to go, but I can also feel myself fading, and it's because it's getting darker out. That is really the only reason. But I wanted to pop in and say hey, because I'm still thinking about the will of the many. I did do a journal spread today for it in my book journal because I'm really proud of that spread. I like it quite a lot, and I think that's kind of like the angle I'm gonna go for future books that I really enjoy. I'm gonna like spend a little bit more time on the spreads. Very fun and spicy. I also started The Surviving Sky last night by Kritika Rao, and I thought maybe at the beginning I wasn't gonna like super love it, but I couldn't put it down. It is a very relationship focused sci-fi, which is very strange. It's like sci-fi fantasy. So the whole concept of this is that we are following Ahilya and her husband Aravan, who are having marital problems as they live on this floating island made from like plants because their world is ravaged by earth rages and they only land every so often. And this like island that they're on, floating island, is one of many, and it's run by these people called architects who have the ability and the wherewithal to like control these plants and like control things and like fly and all this kind of stuff. And Ahilya doesn't have this ability. She married Aravan, who is a senior architect, and he's very like high up on the chain, like he's part of the council, like he is very strong, and they're having marital problems. And so like the whole book is them like trying to figure out these marital problems whilst they're also trying to like figure out how to save their fucking lives and people around them and their city and their floating island, because like shit's happening and they don't. It's a very interesting concept, and I didn't know if I was going to super love it. So it is a little slower. And if you are not into like really relationship heavy books, don't pick this up. But I'm enchanted by this book. It is so interesting to me. Like the world building is so interesting to me, and I cannot wait. Like I think I have like less than 2 hours left on the audiobook, but it was like already 1:30 in the morning, and I'm like, hey, if I'm committing to this, I'm going to be up till 3:34. And I don't have the wherewithal to do that on a Monday morning. So I stopped, and I'm going to finish it when I get home tonight. But, I'm enchanted by this book. Truly enchanted. And again, just like The Will of the Many, I can't find anything wrong with it. And I'm just so in love with the way this story is going. So 10 out of 10 reading weekend, my friends, because The Will of the Many is 4.5 stars. And this one is going to be up there as well. It's going to be 4 stars or higher for sure, depending on how this ending goes. And I'm so intrigued by it, and I cannot wait to see where it goes in the sequel as well, because there is a sequel. I don't know if it's a duology or a trilogy, but I'm gonna be getting the sequel no matter what. It's so good. It reminds me of N.K. Jemisin's The Fifth Season, with like the earth rages and the storms that are super deadly and like reset the world every so often. It reminds me of Exandria Unlimited, EXU The Calamity, because those are on floating islands. And it's focused, like if you took Exandria Unlimited, The Calamity, and focused entirely on Loquacious and Laren, that is The Surviving Sky. So if you really liked EXU, Loquacious and Laren, pick this up. Like that's all I can think about when I'm reading this book is just like Loquacious and Laren. I'm loving it. It's giving, oh gosh, it's giving Sarah Beth Durst's Queens of Renthia trilogy with the interesting world building. Like even though the Queens of Renthia is like on our world and whatever, it's set up in the trees, so you have this very like nature-based world, and that's what I'm thinking of when I'm thinking of this, because it's very jungle, it's very like big huge plants kind of a thing, and I love the world building in this, and I love the writing, and I'm enchanted by this story, and I cannot wait to finish it tonight when I go home. But anyways, I should go into work, go teach my little nuggets, because I'm also starting to get really cold in my car, so I'm gonna leave it here and I'll chat to you guys when I get home. But what a reading weekend. Hello friends, I am now home. Oh my gosh golly, it is late. I had my jacket in the wash. Why, you ask? Because when I was at mom and dad's yesterday, I left it in the kitchen like a fool, so now it smells like onions. And when I got home yesterday, woo, that's not very well drained. Oh no. When I got home yesterday, I aired it out outside, thinking that would help, and it did, but now it's just a ball of sodding wet jacket. But when I was at work, I put it on at the end of the day and I was like, no, it smells like onions. Like I just had it around me all day and it smelled like onions. So that's sad, but it's fine because it's now been washed. So hopefully I can get it dry properly today. We're gonna have to put it on for a very dry amount of time. Oh god, that is so noisy. This is also the best angle we're gonna get at the moment, but that's fine. Yes, my friends, oh my god, what a reading weekend. I have yet to finish The Surviving Sky because I've been editing this vlog. I hope I can get a little bit of it done tonight. If not, I will finish it tomorrow. But both of these books, what a reading weekend. I'm so genuinely pleased. I've been thinking about The Will of the Many so much today that I'm like, is it a 5-star? Did I mess up on my ratings? But I think it is only a 4.5 star. It might raise to a 5-star upon a reread, but there are a few things that I'm confused about or like weren't explained like perfectly. So I'm leaving it at a 4.5 star because it's just not quite there. But the amount of time that I spent thinking about this book today is a little absurd. So anyways, loved this. Absolutely amazing read. Thank God. And then, of course, The Surviving Sky. I read about 360 pages of said book yesterday. And I have this much to go. I'm so ready to finish this book and see what happens. I did show you a clip a little bit earlier of my Will of the Many spread, which I'm very proud of and quite happy with. Yes, oh my god. What a weekend. I not only went book shopping with my friend Sophia, which you guys will be getting that video on Friday, so don't fret. I also decided to embark on a scrapbooking journey, which I might be doing extra videos for this and potentially some reading journal spreads as like a scrapbook with me or journal with me type of videos that are just extra on my channel. So if you guys want that, let me know. We had the journal tours this weekend. What a time to be alive. I'm now a girly with 3 journals. Who is she? I never thought that this would be me, that I would have 3, because I never thought I'd have more than 1, because in my head I was like, I only ever need 1. And then this year I decided to get 2, and then now the scrapbooking journey is upon me. I'm so excited to see how they just explode and burst with life by the end of the year. I'm so ready. Anyways, my friends, I'm gonna leave you here. But yes, my friends, thank you so much for hanging out with me this weekend. I know it's been a little bit of a long vlog, but I love doing long vlogs because I love chatting with you guys and telling you all about my life and like things that are going on and showing you the things that I'm working on, like my journal. So thank you so much. And to all the new people who are very suddenly here, hi. I hope you realize that I don't do book journal content regularly, or I have ever before. So maybe I should delve into the book journaling world from now on the internet and actually share my progress with you guys. Maybe that's the thing I'll start doing, but I'm obsessed with scrapbooking and journaling videos myself. So maybe I just need to get into that world and start adding extra videos to my channel every once in a while. But well, let me know what you think. Of course, as always, let me know how you are this lovely second week now of January. And I hope you're all doing very, very well. And I will catch you in another video very soon. Stay kind and keep on reading.